My guess is you haven't heard anything about the last slave ship in America. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hidden History. The year was 1860, and America was a house divided. The storm of the Civil War was just a whisper on the wind, but the issue of slavery, it was a roar. The international slave trade was a thing of the past. It was outlawed decades before. But down in Mobile, Alabama, there was a man named Timothy Mayer, a wealthy ship owner, and he had a different idea. He made a bet, a brazen gamble with some of his rich friends. He swore he could smuggle a cargo of human beings from Africa right under the nose of the law, and so he did. Mayer outfitted a small schooner, a two-masted lumber ship called the Clotilda. He hired Captain William Foster and gave him one clear directive: sail to Africa, fill the hold with people, and bring them back to Mobile. It was a journey into the dark side of human nature, a crime against humanity carried out for pride and profit. Captain Foster sailed to the kingdom of Dahomey, modern-day Benin, and there he bought his cargo, 110 men, women, and children. They were the people of the Yoruba and the Nupe tribes, captured in the war, their lives forever altered by a cruel twist of fate. The voyage was long and brutal, packed into the suffocating darkness of the ship's hold. They endured the unthinkable, and then, at long last, they saw the shores of America. But this wasn't the promised land. It was a new kind of prison. To hide their crimes, Timothy Mayer and Captain Foster burned and sank the Clotilda in the murky waters of the Mobile River Delta. The ship, a testament to its terrible crime, just appeared beneath the waves, swallowed by the river. The people, however, could not be erased so easily. They were distributed among the men who funded the journey, forced into labor for the next 5 years. Then, the Civil War ended. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed, and these 110 people, a long way from home, were finally free. Their names, whispered for generations, now stand as monuments to survival. Cudjo Lewis, Charlie Lewis, and many others. They longed for their homeland, for the language and the traditions they were forced to abandon. They worked odd jobs, saved every penny, and tried to raise the fare for a trip back to Africa. But it was no use. The cost was simply too great. So they did the next best thing. They pooled their money and bought a parcel of land from the very man that enslaved them, Timothy Mayer. On that patch of Alabama soil, just north of Mobile, they founded a new community, a place where they could speak their own language, practice their customs, and live as one, a place they called Africatown. They built homes, established their own church, and created a school for their children. It wasn't Africa, but it was theirs. It was a testament to their unbreakable spirit, a community forged from tragedy, a piece of Africa transplanted onto American soil. And the wreck of the Clotilda, the very ship that brought them here, it lay hidden for over 150 years, a ghost story passed down through generations, until 2018, when its charred remains were finally discovered in the Mobile River, giving solid proof to the incredible oral history of the community built around survivors. And now you know.